Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project Podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show. I think 100% without a doubt, the hardest part about what I'm doing right now is just starting. I've talked about it on one show already, but it's just 100%. That is the biggest struggle that I face, is just getting into work. Because especially when I think that's only the case when I'm in the middle of something, because if I'm starting something from scratch, I'm like, oh, cool, here we go. But when I go to sit down after pausing something or whatever, I've been writing notes, little sticky notes. I mean, I got them right here as I drop it. But like this one says, left off with designing Closer Central Hub with hella stats. I got little things for Mina, Trey, Dawson, PT, Dom. And the notes help for sure, but it's just like, fuck, I have no idea what I was doing. And then I have to look at everything for 30 minutes. And then I'm like, oh, yeah. And then I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, what does this mean? And it sucks because I got multiple projects going on right now because I'm working for PT, Dom. And then it seems like this business expense thing that I'm working on, that's ridiculously cool, if you ask me. That's just one. So it's like I got two projects going, kinda. So it's like I have two projects going, but with the business expense one, Trey, Dawson, and Mina want slightly different things. Dawson's not even going to use the financial side of things with the clients. He's just going to manually enter it in every time and whatever. All good, do you. But, yeah. So it's kind of like I have three mini side projects of the main one and then another main one. And yeah, anyway, so it's definitely the hardest part for me, to sit down at my desk and then look at all this shit that's going on and be like, I don't know what is happening right now. I also did something very smart. So I made what I called the mega bizlog, and I put everything into that one thing. And because I did stuff for PT Dom, I have learned a different way to do all of this stuff. And so now I'm going to undo the mega bizlog, and it's going to be all individual databases again. And the smart thing that I did is that I backed up every individual database before I deleted, and got that money. Just got paid from Trey. Hell yeah. So add 640 to the bottom of this show. Anyway, so I made duplicates of every database. So that way, if I wanted to go back, I could. I was very confident that I wasn't going to, which is funny. But I made duplicates. So now I have it. Because I'm going back and I'm reversing on this whole idea, it's kind of like I just saved myself hours worth of work because I didn't, quote, delete anything. I just kept everything how it was. And the idea was to keep it also as a template for myself to rebuild it in the mega bizlog. But yeah, so very cool. Kind of saved myself some time. And some of this stuff is just so complex and it's frustrating. I also really, I don't know. I really just want to get to the point where the shit is done and I can just focus on doing things for social media and selling and doing that stuff. I'm sure it's going to be a pain in the ass, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of countless hours and stuff, but I want to get to that point. But there's I don't know. I don't know when enough is enough for this. I don't know when I'm going to be fine to start selling it. There's certain things I just want to build just to add value, you know? Like I want to build something like a macro calculator, not just like a normal, what's their body weight, their height, whatever. I want to have all that, but I want it to calculate everything for every single body weight and total daily energy expenditure and BMR and everything, every single different formula or equation that there is out there. I want to be able to show them every single one and every single split, different hypotheticals, and I want to be able to just show all of that with their height, weight, wage, activity level, etc. from just one thing. Like you put that information in, calculate, and it shows everything. Because plenty of websites out there do similar to what I just said, but they don't calculate everything and then show the trends and show the graphs and show the percentage. They don't do everything that I'd want it to do. So a small thing like that, I want to build that, include it in the package, just as like a value add, or I could even give that away for free. That could be, if you buy today, you'll get the macro. I don't know. But a lot of coaches don't really need that because they've got all their clients set up anyway. But it's just one of those things. It's like, well, like I'm including some valuable shit in there. If you don't use it, all good, but it's included. So, maybe that's shitty on my end, but I'm just trying to make it so jam-packed with value that anybody would feel stupid saying no, as Hermozi would say. So yeah, so I don't know when the time would be for me to then segue from building all the time into trying to sell stuff, because I really enjoy building. And if I'm not building for Trey Dawson or Mina, I don't know what I'm really doing. So that's something. We'll figure that out. We'll get to that point when we get there. But the sooner I can get to the point of me selling stuff, the better. 100%. I don't know. When I say that out loud, it kind of makes me feel like, oh shit, there's a storm coming. Because if I'm not building stuff in Notion, what would I be doing for these coaches? That like strikes some worry in me that like maybe I build all the shit, they don't need me anymore. But all three of them want me long term, whatever that looks like, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just going to continue building until I get to the point where it's like, hey, I think this is good. I think I'm going to work on syncing everything together, recording looms, polishing everything up, and really making this something that is very simple to use, because it's very intimidating if you don't know what you're looking at. I guess that's like for anything, it's intimidating if you don't know what you're looking at. But I want to make sure that somebody can just look at this and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense to me. What's their name? When did they start? How much did they pay? I just want it to be simple, just straightforward. Just, oh yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. I think that's it for today. I got to hurry, kind of on a time crunch today. Going to a softball game with Lexi, and I need to finish this show and kind of tidy up around here, even though we're not doing shit here. I just would like to tidy up a little bit. But anyway, she can be here in 10 or 20 minutes. But then, so there, yeah, actually that's that. And then with PT Dom, if I pull that shit up, that stuff is pretty cool to me. So let's open it up. Very similar thing. It's just tracking. I think I talked about this last night, actually. We just track if they did Facebook group, if they did the PT Dom portal. That's it. It's all we're tracking. Yet there's probably like 200 different data points I have for all of this stuff. And it's pretty cool, actually. So even put their logo in here as a custom emoji. Makes things look really crisp and professional. So that's pretty cool. And then I got to explain how this works, get all the graphs set up and ready to go. And so that's cool because I'm now getting paid from them again. And that's just so awesome. I'm really stoked about that, because all my financial planning does not account for any money made from PT Dom whatsoever. So anything extra is extra, and it's pretty cool. So in the last 3 days, I've clocked 13 and a half hours. I didn't clock anything today. Probably won't. But yeah, 13 hours. And I'm in debt for 30, I believe. So, but that would be $423 that I just made in the last 3 days. So if you want to, what's the average out right there? Four and a half on the dot, actually. 4.5 would be what I would work every day. And a 4.5 times 7 would be like 4.5 times 7 would be 31.5. And I don't know if they're cool with that. That's technically part-time, I guess. But if that keeps up, then that's going to be some goddamn money in my pocket for sure, because 4.5 times 31.28, it's 140.76 times that by 30. It's $4,200 a month. So you subtract 500, it would be 37.22, and that would be pocketed for me. Now, obviously, I know it's not going to be every single day, and I know that it's, whatever. I know, because in April I averaged 1.6 hours per day. In May I averaged 1.3. In June I averaged 0.1 hours per day, because I worked a grand total of 4 hours in June. But seems like I could average 2 or 3 per month if I really pushed for it. And so if we just said 2.5, that would be 2346 minus 500. So it'd be 1846 additional in my pocket. And hopefully I'm still working for these guys. I think I've solidified that. I'm not going to get too cocky or confident in that regard, but if I'm building this shit in Notion and I'm the creator of this stuff, they got to keep me around. They gotta, because I don't know. Maybe I'm too sure of that, but whatever. The other thing that I did today was I put a little rough draft down of the different phases that I'd want to, I guess, be in or take care of or whatever for the long-term vision that I have with making this into software and then selling that. So I have phase 1, build, phase 2, refine, phase 3, sales, phase 4, hire, phase 5, build, number 2, which would be the building the software, phase 6, refine 2, which would be refining the software, and then phase 7, sales 2, which is just selling the software. So it's 7 phases. Didn't put much thought into it, but I'm sure there's going to be more, maybe less. I don't know. And I just put down kind of the rough idea of what would need to happen for each one. So phase 1, build. So build an entire system in Notion. Phase 2, refine. Refine the entire system to ensure its efficiency. Add details, enhance experience. Record instructional videos to teach. Think through variables and uncommon scenarios, and try to fix that as well. And then with sales, it's just sell the system to high-end online fitness coaches, sell the system for $5K up front and $500 recurring, something like that. Work up to a minimum of 5 sales per month. Hypothetical scenario, and I just gave some numbers. So like if I start off month 1 with 1 sale, month 2 was 2 sales, month 3 was 2 sales, month 4 was 2 sales, month 5 was 3 sales, and I go all the way down, like what would the money look like with the recurring per month if I did this for a full year? And I'd be making some coin, but I'd want to get the software built ASAP, so maybe a lot of that would be reinvested. I don't know. So, and then ensure absolute confidence in sales to hire team for phase 4. Phase 4 would be to hire. So find X amount of programs to build a system, and then advertise it as a one-off project with potential for long-term position with high-end pay once project is finished. And I feel like I sound like every goddamn person on Indeed or any job website ever. Oh, there's room for growth, and there's opportunities for benefits, and bro. And I thought about the alternative. Like, what are they supposed to say? Yeah, there's no benefits here. There's no room for growth, and you're going to be stuck here. Like, is that nobody's going to reply then? So, anyway, there's a lot more, or 4 more phases to talk about. 3 more phases. Who gives a fuck? And I'm not going to go over those now. But yeah, it was kind of just putting my vision on paper on Notion, I guess. But where did I even put this? Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to do my best. Shit's hard to get into once I stop, but once I get back going again, it's hard to stop actually. So it's like when I'm trying to get started at work, it's like, oh man, I need to go clean the bottom of my garbage can. It's getting pretty dirty. Like I've never thought about doing that once ever in my life, and all of a sudden it's like, man, I probably should, just because I don't want to work, It's like, there's a box somewhere in my house, probably needs to go in the recycle bin. I'm gonna go find it, put it down there. You know what? Actually, I'm going to make my bed. I need to dust a little bit. And it's like, where the fuck has this been? So just procrastinating, just trying to not do the actual thing that I need to do. Not because I don't want to do it necessarily, because I love the stuff, but because it's like, I don't know what the fuck, how to get started. Like, I don't know. But it's so funny because it's once I get going, I'm in. Once the train starts rolling, it's like, oh, here we go. But that's it. That's all I got for today. We made 10 cents from ads, so that's cool. 31 impressions. So we're ballers now, big ballers. So if I make 3 cents a day, how much do I make a year? Let's actually do that really quick. Is that $1? $10.95. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, hell yeah, dude. We're $10 a year. $10.95 divided by 52. I'm making 21 cents a week, bro. Get on my level, dog, huh? That's so funny. All right. That's it for today. Talk to you guys later. Peace.